Everybody, totally appreciate everyone's time. Again, my name is Tommy Lopez. I've been working with the Dell team for 4 or 5 years now, reference to our government spending database. And with me, I have one of my division managers, Mark, and Dave, who is the new client service manager on your account to answer any questions from their side that we may have along the way. So just from a super high level for folks that are unfamiliar with what we do, and then we'll jump into the data set. What we do is we maintain the database of all government spending at the federal, state, and local level. So wherever public dollars are spent, we have the ability, if we're not today, to get their purchase orders. We upload the POs to the database you're going to see here in a moment, and the database is totally searchable. So you can see who's buying the products and services you offer. If not from you, who they're buying from, how much they spend. So it's a great data-driven tool to increase your government business. So first, I'll run through the tool. I'll run some generic searches. I'll let you guys give me a couple searches you want to see. We'll drill down, and then maybe towards the end, Jarrett will address some of the questions that you mentioned earlier on this call.
Great.
So as you guys can see here, we have 362 million purchase orders consisting of 780 million line items with $7.86 trillion spent and 420 key contacts in our system. So this thing of Google, you have the ability to search on any product, service, term, anything you're looking for. So just to keep this super generic and high level, if I type in laptop, computers, desktops, things like that, you'll be able to see all the orders. So there's just about 5 million purchase orders. The most recent one is actually to you guys from Sonoma County Library on 6/27. The tablet, for some reason, is 0. The total order is 46,000. These are all the purchase orders, which I'll click on and go through here in 1 second. Up top, we have a couple key tabs. If I hit this agency tab, these are the top government agencies issuing purchase orders for the terms we have typed in. I have my results coming back from high to low. So the Army spent the most, followed by New York and so forth. Just so you know, our data set goes back to 2010. We can slice and dice and eliminate some of those older years if needed, but just so you know, it defaults to 2010. Jared, do the folks on this team cover federal as well, or is this all state and local and education?
No federal, but healthcare, state and local, K through 12, and higher education, as well as commercial, which isn't really relevant for you guys. But that's kind of the breakdown of the customers we work with.
Perfect. So what I'll do here for this conversation is I'll get rid of federal. So you can search by any field on a purchase order. I can click agency type. This tells you all the folks that are buying those products. But for right now, I'm going to exclude federal. So refreshed all the data. If I click vendors, it'll show you the top vendors receiving those orders for the terms we have typed in. So you guys, HP, CDW, all your resellers, you'll see your name, you'll see CDW's name a bunch of different times, SHI. Again, our data comes directly from the agencies, so we don't touch or tweak any of that information. We can show you how to combine all the different vendors, but for right now, you'll see a couple different vendors' names written a couple different ways. As I come back to this home screen, the blue and green are all hyperlinks. I'm trying to find one that's not you guys. You guys have the most recent orders from Sonoma County. So again here, the blue and green are all hyperlinks, which we can click on. So for example, we can go to, let's go to one of yours. We can click on this purchase order here, and you can see the order. So you'll have your PO number, your date, your amount, your agency, your vendor, and then a description on what was bought and what was sold. Now, again, this is one of your orders. I'll find a competitor here in a moment, but I just want you guys to kind of understand how the data comes back. So again, you're able to see the agency's purchase orders. This one tells you who was shipped to. Anything that's on the PO we'll be able to capture. Again, the POs come directly from the agencies, right? So some will be a little bit more descriptive than others. Some may bundle their different products and services. That part is totally outside of our control. I'm just going to go here to vendor name and just choose a vendor, so we're not looking at your purchase orders for the moment. So again, with those terms we have typed in, I clicked on CDW. We can click on any one of these orders here. Pflugerville Independent School in Texas issued a PO to CDW, date and amount. And again, line item description on what was bought and what was sold. Now, if you guys wanted to work with Pflugerville for whatever reason, or any government agency, you simply type in their name or click on their hyperlink where you see it, and you'll get an agency profile. So again, we don't do bids and RFPs, but these are links that will take you to their open bids and RFPs, how to register with that organization. What we do, again, we work directly with the agencies, is we provide you key contacts. So every agency sends us contacts. There's no rhyme or reason to who the contacts are within each agency. But again, they come directly from the agency: name, title, phone number, and email address. You have a quick snapshot of who they spend the most money with. So you guys are one of their top vendors, Office Depot, spending by dollar amount, spending by location. So they buy a lot of their stuff from local vendors. A couple other graphs and charts we'll get into. And then you guys can do that same analysis on any competitor, partner, reseller, anyone that's selling your products or your competitors' products. We can find them, click on their hyperlink, or again, just simply type in their name. Obviously, CDW is huge, but you'll get a profile from CDW. Contact at that organization if needed. Snapshot of their top 10 clients, so you can see where they're having most of their success. Their government revenue year over year. Last year was their best year since 2010. And links to their last 10 purchase orders. So I guess, Jared, maybe I'll pause there for a moment, see if there's any initial questions, and then we can go on.
Go ahead.
Jared, hey, it's Foster. Quick question. On the filter, if you, I think it's self-explanatory, and I want to make sure I'm clear. So if you drop down agency type on your filter and you grab public schools, that's only going to return a result of public schools, correct?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Just have a laptop typed in and I have public schools. So now we're just looking at public schools. Here's 5,700 of them with the term laptop.
Is there a way to go by state?
Yep. Any field on that purchase order is searchable. So agency, location, state. So all the different sales reps can, just focus on their territories. Click Texas for the moment. So right now, public schools, we have laptop public schools in Texas, 892 of them. And for the folks that cover Texas, when you see DIR, we actually get a direct feed from the DIR. So the opportunities that didn't go out to bid and RFP, bought off the state contract will be there. And again, just from a high level, we get all orders, right? Whether it's a bid, RFP, sole source, credit card, however they made the purchase on the front end is really irrelevant to us. We just capture that purchase order and then upload them here and make it searchable for you guys.
So if someone has a specific account, just shout it out and we can pull it up here and you can see open bids. You can see a lot of the
McAllen ISD, Jared? That's a pretty good
McAllen ISD, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
MC Allen, there you go.
That's it.
So right now I have, what I want to do is find agency name matches McAllen. Then there's 30 agencies with McAllen, so I can come in here. McAllen ISD is right here, so I can add them as a filter. So right now I don't have a specific product typed in for McAllen, just everything. If you have product you want me, or I can just type in some generic stuff. So McAllen schools with computers, they bought from 59 vendors. They spent just about $300,000. Again, and every agency will term or label the products a little bit different. So we'll show you how to do broad searches, and so you can find the most data. And then if you get too much, we'll show you how to drill down. But McAllen with computers, laptops, desktops. You can click on the vendors, see who they're buying from. So they've issued Office Depot the most purchase orders, but they've spent the most money with Virtucom. Then you can just keep drilling down, looking at their POs from a specific vendor if you want. The other good thing is, especially on the hardware side for you guys, is that we can search by year, right? So let's just say your laptop or your competitor's laptop has a 3 or 5 year shelf life. We can search back 3 or 5 years, right? See the folks that bought those products, all right? And that could be a good prospect list for your team to go after, because you know that they're going to be needing a new computer or some modifications or some warranty service to that application here pretty soon. Other questions? I'll just do another search or two. Is the hardware and tablets, is that good for you guys, Jared? Or is there any software service you want to see, or a competitor?
Yeah, pull up, if you want to pull up competitor, pull up, since we're kind of looking to K-12, pull up Lenovo.
Now, do you want to see all the folks that have purchased Lenovo product, or do you want to see the folks that bought directly from Lenovo?
Let's look at directly from Lenovo. That would be interesting, since much of their business goes through the channel. Give us some more intelligence around that.
So I typed in vendor name matches Lenovo, 178,000 orders, 2,300 agencies. Again, let's go down to schools. And you can save all these searches, right? I'll show you that in a minute. Public schools and lower and higher ed. There's a save button up here, so any search you want, you can save, and I'll show you your save searches there in a moment. But if you wanted to see by, let's say, location. So again, Lenovo, public schools, colleges. I just checked agency. I haven't state. I have not checked a specific state, but the majority of their stuff looks like it's going to North Carolina and Florida. I'll choose Florida for the moment.
Is that Dell? Is that Lenovo Financial Services, or is it just Lenovo?
I just typed in Lenovo. Yeah, and I can tell you that your first example there is very accurate. So that's, I don't know if Mike Hendricks is on the call, but he actually sent out an example of your tool, kind of a snapshot, and he coincidentally used Broward County Public Schools as the example.
Perfect. Well, we're actually located here in Broward, and Mike is located here in Broward as well.
Yeah.
He's one of the folks that we initially started with. But yeah, so again, here's the schools buying Lenovo. So the folks that handle Florida, right, here's your prospect list. Want to penetrate Miami-Dade for whatever reason? There's a $1.9 million ThinkPad order. Lenovo 230 laptop. About 600,000.
Is there a way to sort by most recent, or is it already sorted that way? Because I see these are from 2014.
Oh yeah. So I actually have mine defaulted from newest to oldest. So let's see here. Maybe they're not buying from Lenovo anymore. So I took out Lenovo with Miami-Dade schools. And you can see now we have some, well, their most recent POs are from March. As far as the data is concerned, I failed to mention, is on the state and local side, what you guys care about, the agencies have up to 90 days to give us their information. Most are doing it weekly or monthly. However, some of the smaller ones and a few of the other agencies are taking that 90 days to provide us that information. So we do get purchase orders every day. It just may not be yesterday's PO. So within 90 days, you'll have a full view of the state and local data. So going back to this Miami-Dade scenario, if I wanted to type in, I could add a product. This also lets you keep track, right, of things like that. Like, so now they're buying from Data Technology, they're buying from UDT, they're buying from BLM. So I don't know if these are distributors of yours or not, but you can see, you know, what we saw before was just Lenovo stuff back in 2014. So that relationship may have changed.
Yeah, so do a search with Miami-Dade, UDT, and Hewlett-Packard.
I have two vendors. So I have UDT. I'll just add in a few more terms.
Yep.
But with those terms we have typed in, HP is not coming up. So it could be different terms. They may not be working with them. I'm not sure at the moment. But 1,100 POs to UDT. For 23
yeah, I think they're just classifying it under, see that i5 U6200. They're not calling out who the vendor is necessarily there.
The manufacturer, yeah. So you guys know your
manufacturer, yeah.
You'll be able to find that. It was bought through UDT. UDT got the purchase order, but they may be offering HP or your products, whomever. But obviously, if it's not yours, you'll know and figure it out. So just to, and I can jump back in and stay in here, but just to address, Jared, some of the questions you had earlier. So just so everyone on the phone knows, your rugged, there's about 100 folks from your rugged team currently accessing the system. I forgot the gentleman's last name, but Drew oversaw that team before he left, and I know there's a new lady that took over. I apologize, I forgot her name, but we are working with a bunch of folks over there. They're having some success. And in reference to Jared and your team, I know when you guys first came on board, you know, we were dealing with Kyle. There were some changes from your side. Just to be open, there were some changes to our side as well. So we probably didn't have as much engagement as we would like to. Dave's actually in the room now who's going to be taking over your account, and that's one of his goals, is to fully support you guys, help you win business, proactively send you information, be there to answer questions or help with training at any point. We also go out to Round Rock and meet with your team probably at least once a quarter. But one thing we, it's going to open up a new window here. One thing we released recently, based upon folks like you, some of our bigger users not having the time or ability to actually dive into the system all the time, we actually created a dashboard here. Mine's still in beta, so it's going to be a little bit slow. But this, you know, from a high level, what we did is we've created a bunch of apps that you guys can choose. So when you log in, everything you care about will be on your initial home screen. So there's an app store here, which Dave will help you with this. Oops. Sorry. Yeah, mine's still in beta. It's a little sluggish. So when you log in, everything that you care about once you go in your app store, so for example, agencies buying complementary products, right? If there's some key terms or key indicators that will alert you to, hey, they're going to need whatever you offer, laptops, computers, servers, whatever, right? You want to know about that, so we'll send you alerts. Agencies overpaying for mini towers, right? So if you have a price, you put in your price, and anyone over that, you want to know about that. Agencies buying specific products for the first time, schools peak spends. It's also really good to keep track of your current customers, right? I know you guys are in there all the time meeting with your folks. However, they're not going to tell you initially when they're unhappy, right? Or when they're getting better pricing. So you'll see if they start issuing POs to Lenovo, for example, you'll see that immediately. And as you guys know, they will probably do some sort of pilot first. So it'll be a small dollar opportunity before they increase that sale. So you want to kind of get in there and nip it in the butt as soon as you can. So you can get alert to your own customers. For the rugged folks, they want to know, they want to keep track of Panasonic. So again, this is fully customized to you guys. When you log in, you'll see what you care about. You can also set up alerts, right? So you want to get an email alert every time a new PO hits the system that matches one of your saved search criteria. And at any point, you can dive in behind that specific app and see the information. So again, Jared, this was created based upon feedback from your team and others as far as logging in all the time and playing with the application. So now they can create this test to look at it and dive in.
Hey, we got some background noise. I'm not sure why.
That's not from our side.
Can I ask a question about the dashboard?
Sure.
Is this what you see once it's set up? Is that based on per individual user log on, or if we are org account?
No, it's based upon per individual log on. So each user will have their own login, username, and password. You have the ability to create your own individual dashboard. So some of you care about, you can do multiple dashboard, Dave was just telling me. So multiple dashboards per user. So some of you are going to care about, hardware in Florida. Some of you care about, services in Idaho.
Their own territories. Your
own specific territories, right? We can create those dashboards for you based upon your individual needs. Same thing if you come in here and you save searches, right? So I just have this, whatever last search we ran, you can hit save, just writing it as test. You'll save your own individual searches. You can share them amongst your team if you want to, but when you go to your save button up here, all your individual searches will be saved, which you can click on, go right to it, as well as get email alerts. One thing I wanted to say
It'd be interesting to create these dashboards based off of territory maps of each of the territories in Jared's region, and we load our customer numbers and our customer sets into those dashboards and can see it from a dashboard perspective. At least from a region perspective, I think that would be huge.
Yeah, I mean, that's perfect, exactly what it is. I actually have one of your dashboards I can show you guys here in a minute. One other cool, quick way, I know we're running out of time. I actually have some more time on my side, but one other way to utilize this tool is you want to find folks that are buying at different price points as well for products you offer. So what I had saved is an HP M451DN printer, right? And you can see the range on that printer. So just that specific printer, up here I put in no toner, care package, whatever, right? You can see some folks are spending $499, $507, $900, right? $415, right? So you want to find folks overpaying for specific products, right? And go after those folks. So obviously, once you make that call and say you can save money, that's a call that they all welcome.
All right, so Tommy, we're getting close to time. I'll open it up for additional Q&A, and then maybe we can talk about next steps to, dive a little bit deeper with the folks on the phone. Do we set up individual sessions? How do you guys generally proceed? So Q&A first, and then we'll talk about next steps. Anyone have any specific questions?
Hey, this is Tim. Can you run reports that, let's say I load my products, let's say it's a server R630 and I load correlative data for HP and Lenovo, can you actually pull data based off of, or create dashboards based off of here is the price movement on your like for like with your competitors, something like that?
Absolutely, yep. You can go ahead and put in those products or services, or we can help you do that and put them on your dashboard, just as you saw earlier. That's actually a great way to utilize the tool.
Thank you.
Tommy, Tim Foster, is this data exportable?
To answer your question directly, it is. The rugged folks are doing that. However, that's not part of the pricing we've talked about, but you can definitely export this information into a zip CSV file, which we'll create, and based upon your search terms, we'll send that over to you guys. And then you guys will have the raw data that you will be able to manipulate, add pivot tables to, upload to your CRM, or do whatever you want with.
Perfect. Second question, sorry to monopolize. Who do I work with to send my public customers to set my dashboard up?
That will be Dave.
Or did I do that myself? Dave?
Yeah, well, what do you mean? So you want to run just based upon your territory?
Well, I think what all of us are probably thinking is we want to plug in at least at the Jared Leslie level or at the sales director level. You know, if we have 35, 45, 100 public customers, can we put them in so that when we pull our dashboard, we know what the activity is on those specific customers as we log in?
Yeah, so I mean, if you want to send us a spreadsheet, we can add those customers. We'll see which 30, 40 customers you care about, and we'll add those to the.
Perfect. Thank you.
Send Slack.
Hey, this is Terry Kendall, and I just have a quick question. I may have missed it because I came in a little bit late to the call. But I was just curious, our teams, our AEs and ISRs have access to this tool or as well, right?
Anyone could. Jared, I'm not sure who had access from your team prior.
How do we give them access if they don't have it right now?
That's a
right now, Terry,
question.
It's manager access, so you would run through that with them, the folks that have access on our team, and that's one of the next steps, Tommy, that I thought we would probably want to talk about is who has access and who doesn't, but probably not on this call. So
sure,
Lisa, is that something that I think you know who the license holders are, and we probably get an outdated list. So can you work with Tommy on who we have right now, and then make sure we've got everyone on that list, at least the RSDs. I think we have, 25 licenses or something like that?
Yes,
so
yes.
We only have 25. I know there's been some changes. I think what sparked this call was your account just expired, and hopefully, we obviously want to get you guys to renew, and if there's additional folks you need, we'll work it out for you.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe Lisa, you can have that follow up and see who's on it, and then we can circle back up on it.
Right. I will. I'll do that today and let you know, Jared.
Okay. Great.
Thanks, Lisa. And just to go back to the prior question from a gentleman about the dashboard, I just logged in as Jennifer Hubert from your team, Herbert, and here's her dashboard. Yep. So here's what she cares about. So again, fully customized to you guys' needs.
Got it. Perfect. Okay, so any other questions from folks out there? We're a little bit over time. So my ask, Tommy, would be that we make sure that we set up time with the individual leaders in the business. Lisa can help coordinate who those folks are. Not all of the leaders have public accounts, so we'll make sure that it's only for the ones that have public accounts, not the commercial leaders that are out there.
Cool. Well, I appreciate everyone's time. If anyone needs anything, feel free to reach out to me. I'll follow up with Jared and Lisa after this call, get you guys, if you're, hopefully get you guys going, and then we'll set up the 25 folks individually with Dave.
Perfect. Sounds great. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate the time this morning and the overview. And that's it. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everybody.